Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Connection with another installment of Building a Team. So, first off, last week's results, we went with the Suicide Squad team. Had a decent showing, but could have been a better showing with it. This week's build is going to be, however, is 400 points, one figure from each rarity, meaning a common, an uncommon, a rare, a super rare, and then a chase or OP kit figure or ultra chase. So we'll start things off with, well, an X-Men team, because that's one of the easiest things for me to build when it comes to having to go by rarity. Kicking things off, we've got Wolverine from the animated series set. Comes in at 50 points. He's got the X-Men team ability as well as the Alpha Flight, Weapon X, X-Men, and Martial Artist keywords. Got a trait, the Nose, bub. Opposing characters within 3 squares can't use stealth or shape change. That I love about him. I've said it before, I'll probably say it again, but yeah. Looking at his dial, start off with a click of charge, followed by a couple clicks of sidestep, followed by a couple clicks of flurry. On attack, we got a full run of Blaze Claw's Fangs. Defense, he's indomitable, which, as I've said on numerous occasions, is always a good thing. He's got toughness, followed by super senses, followed by regeneration. Then back to super senses, and finally at the end, another click of regeneration. Alright, next up we've got Cyclops. Cyclops here, our uncommon, comes in at 70 points, has the X-Men team ability, as well as the X-Men keyword. He also has the trait Jean, which doesn't matter which won't matter in this because I'm not running a Jean Grey figure. So, anyway, looking at his dial, we open up with a couple clicks of the special speed power Optic Beam, which gives him running shot and force blast. This then gives way to regular force blast, followed by a couple clicks of regular sidestep. On attack, we open up with a couple clicks of penetrating psychic blast, which then gives way to a couple clicks of precision strike. On defense, we start off with a decently sized chunk of willpower, followed by a couple clicks of toughness. And on damage, we open up with a special power Commanding Leader, which gives him leadership. When he uses and succeeds, after resolutions, choose another friendly character that shares a keyword with him, and has no action tokens. This turn, that character has free, have speed, then move. It's actually kind of nice, and it can be very useful when I go into who are the rare for the team is. Anyway, Commanding Leader is then followed by a couple clicks of Ranged Combat Expert. Next up, in the rare spot, we've got Frenzy. Frenzy here comes in at 80 points. She's got the Acolytes, Femizons, X-Men, and Soldier keywords. She's also got a trait, Mutant Messiah. At the beginning of the game, for all characters with this trait, choose a friendly character with the Acolytes or Brotherhood of Mutants or X-Men keyword. That character can use Mastermind, but only choose characters with this trait. Looking at her dial, we open up with a few clicks of the special speed power, Time to Cleanse the Flat Scans. Leap Climb. When Frenzy uses it, if she moved 5 squares or less, after resolutions she can use Close Combat Expert at no cost, which actually works very well with Cyclops. Leap Climb, after all, is a move action. Ergo, you can give her the free action to have her speed then move. She can use Leap Climb, then Close Combat Expert at no cost, and then she can do it again. Anyway, that gives way to charge. On attack, we open up nothing, but she clicks into Super Strength. Then on defense, she's indomitable. She opens up with a few clicks of vulnerability, followed by a few clicks of toughness. Then on damage, we open up with a special power, like a hot wire buzzing in my brain, which gives her Battle Fury and Close Combat Expert. That then gives way to the special to regular damage power Battle Fury. Next up, we've got, as our super rare, Colossus. Colossus here comes in at 150 points, and he's actually kind of worth every single one of them. He's got the X-Men team ability as well as the X-Force, X-Men, and Armor keywords. He also has improved movement, ignores hindering terrain, and the trait Russian Strength, which allows him to use Super Strength. Looking at his dial, we open up with the special speed power Former Juggernaut, which gives him charge and improved movement, ignores and destroys blocking terrain. We get a couple clicks of that, followed by a couple clicks of Sidestep, back to Former Juggernaut, and then we get a few more clicks of Sidestep. On attack, we've got a fairly decently long chunk of Quake. Defense, he's got Indomitable. Starts out with a couple clicks of Invincible, followed by a few clicks of Impervious, and ending things out with a couple clicks of Invulnerability. Then in the middle of the dial on damage, we've got 4 clicks of Close Combat Expert. Finally, our above super rare figure is Polaris from the OP kit. Let's see, 2017 OP kit. Polaris comes in at 50 points, has the X-Men team ability as well as the X-Men keyword. Shows her the trait All New, All Different X-Men. It's a unique modifier. When she's healed by the X-Men team ability, her combat values are modified by 1 until my next turn. Looking at her dial, we open up with nothing on speed, but eventually she picks up Force Blast. On attack, we open up with the special attack power Magnetrix. Polaris can use Telekinesis. When she uses it to make an object attack, increase the damage dealt by 1. That then gives way to regular Telekinesis. Then on defense, we open up with a few clicks of Barrier, followed by a couple clicks of Willpower. And on damage, we open up with a few clicks of Enhancement. And that's it for the X-Men team. Moving on, we've got ourselves a Thunderbolts team as well. Starting off with Crossbones. I really love this sculpt. I swear, this sculpt and the Deadpool Core Fool Killer from Deadpool and X-Force are 2 of my favorites, just because, well, miniguns, man. So Crossbones comes in at 79 points. He's got the Hydra, Skeleton Crew, Thunderbolts, and Brute keywords as well as the Hydra team ability. Looking at his dial, we open up with some Stealth, which gives way to Running Shot, which then gives way to Mind Control. On attack, first off, he's got the Sharpshooter ability. In fact, yeah, I got 2 on him to do. Now, Sharpshooter grants improved targeting, may target out of adjacency, may make ranged attacks out of adjacency, including targeting adjacent opposing characters. So, for example, you could have Wolverine and Crossbones based and Crossbones would still make a range attack against him. It's especially good against characters with combat reflexes. That way you can base them and then basically negate their combat reflexes completely. But power-wise, we start off on attack with Precision Strike. That gives way to special power, I shot Captain America. You're next. Once per turn, when Crossbones hit with a ranged combat attack, he can use Sidestep and modifies his attack and damage values by +1 this turn. After he uses Sidestep and Action Resolve, he may make another ranged combat attack against a different opposing character. Okay, alright. That then gives way to Blaze Claw's Fangs. Then on defense, we open up with Energy Shield Deflection, which then gives way to Toughness. And finally, on damage, we open up with Close Combat Expert, which then gives way to Range Combat Expert. Next up, we have a personal favorite of mine, Punisher. But no, when I say personal, I'm referring to the figure. I do like the character, but that's one of my favorite versions of the Punisher in game. So, Punisher comes in at 100 points. He's got the Heroes for Hire, Marvel Knights, Thunderbolts, and Soldier keywords, as well as the trait, The Guilty Must Be Punished. Once for all characters with this ability, each time an opposing character hits a friendly character, put a guilty token on the character's card. When Punisher attacks a character, modify Punisher's attack value by +1 for each guilty token on its card, and damage value by +1 for every 2 tokens on its card. Okay. Power-wise, we open up with Running Shot, which then gives way to Stealth. On attack, we open up with... once again, he also has Sharpshooter, just like Crossbones. But he opens up with the special attack power Frag Grenade. Punisher can use Energy Explosion. When he does, it targets only one character, damage dealt as penetrating damage. That's always nice. On defense, he's got Indomitable. He starts off with Toughness, followed by Combat Reflexes. And on damage, we open up with the special power Concentrated Fire. Punisher can use Ranged Combat Expert as a ranged combat action, meaning he can use it in conjunction with Running Shot. And that then gives way to Outwit. Next up, we've got Ghost. Ghost comes in at 65 points. He's got the Thunderbolts and Spy keywords, as well as the trait Corporate Saboteur and Spy. When an opposing character takes damage from Ghost attack, mark it with an Infiltration token. Characters with Infiltration tokens have no keywords until Ghost takes damage from their attack. Alright, looking at Ghost's style, he opens up with a special speed power Invisible or Intangible, not both. At the beginning of your turn, choose one to last until your next turn. Characters 3 or more squares away can't draw a line of fire to Ghost, or Ghost can use Phasing Teleport. Okay. That thing gives way to stop. Well, actually, no, that's what he's got on speed. Then on attack, we open up with Precision Strike, which then gives way to Incapacitate, which then gives way to Energy Explosion. On defense, we open up with Toughness, which then gives way to Super Senses. On damage, he opens up with nothing, but that gives way to Exploit Weakness, which then gives way to Outwit. Next up is our super rare. There's none other than Atlas, Founding Thunderbolt. Formerly Goliath and Power Man of the Masters of Evil. Atlas comes in at 90 points, has the Masters of Evil team ability as well as the Lethal Legion, Masters of Evil, Pro Registration, and Thunderbolt's keywords. He also has a trait, Justice Like Lightning. After an action resolves during which Atlas damaged one or more opposing characters with an attack, roll a d6 that can be re-rolled. On a 5 or a 6, remove an action token from a friendly character with Thunderbolt's keyword within 4 squares. Right, looking at the dial, we open up with some charge, which then gives way to the special speed power. Just like when we invaded the mansion, Atlas can use Flurry and Sidestep. When he uses Flurry, after action resolve, you may place any hit characters adjacent to him. That gives way to Sidestep. Then on attack, we open up with Quake, and that's actually all he's got. Defense, he's got Indomitable. We start off with Impervious, which then gives way to Invulnerability, which then gives way to Toughness. And on damage, he opens up with nothing but clicks into Close Combat Expert. Finally, wrapping up the team, we've got Bullseye. From this year's OP kits. Bullseye comes in at 65 points. And he's got the Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts, Assassin, Martial Artist keywords, as well as improved targeting, ignores hindering terrain and characters. Looking at his dial, we open up with some Running Shot, which then gives away to Sidestep. On attack, he's got the special power I Never Miss. Precision Strike, but can instead target more than one character. Bullseye has in fact 3 targets. On defense, we open up with Inertial Deflection, which gives away a couple clicks of willpower, then back to Inertial Deflection. On damage, we open up with the special power Ever, which gives him probability control, but only to target himself. That then gives way to Ranged Combat Expert. And that is this week's teams. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. Hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas. We'll be back definitely on Monday with another Mutant Monday. Probably be our first year in review video, however. Anyways, this is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, oh, yeah. Okay, that I may have actually gone through this. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off, saying, live long and rock out.